Good morning, everyone. This is Kathleen, and I'm here with my December design team project coming in under the wire again. But it's just been that kind of a month. But I'm excited to show you what I've got this month from Stacy on StacyStories on Etsy. I'm going to use her vintage Victorian Flashcards digital set today, and I've been wanting to use this for some time and just hadn't got around to it. But I have several journals that I'm going to try to finish in January to get up on my Etsy store, and so I'm going to need a lot of stuffing and pockets, and I always need that, and tend to need more when I'm trying to finish a journal and there are all these pockets and you just need more and more tags and journaling cards. And so this is absolutely perfect for that. It's actually very versatile and would be fabulous on masterboards too, if I printed it onto thin paper. So I will probably try to do that at some point too, but today I'm going to make a mass make for my stash building. So I'm just going to make a bunch of journal cards with these flashcards. But this is the name of the kit, Vintage Victorian Flashcards Digital Kit. And I'll have a link below in the description box. And congratulations to Stacy, because this is really just perfect for this project. The other reason why I wanted to get this done is my little tray of scraps is overflowing. And so this is going to help me use up some of those today as well, because we're going to make some snippets. So I've gone through that box, and I've made several little pieces of things, and then have some lace and some postage stamps. I also have my little tray of other kinds of, if I want to add some colors. I'm trying to keep it pretty neutral today for this batch, but sometimes you want something a little more colorful, and so I do have some choices if I feel like that when we get to that part. But I have these little piles ready to go to make the snippets. We'll do that in a minute, but first I want to show you what the kit looks like and what I'm going to do first. Let me just put these down. So this is the way it prints out. It prints out in obviously two different colors. You can do the color print, which gives you this pretty vintage background, or you can do black and white, which gives you this really lovely grade, at least on the paper that I'm using. And the settings that I had on my printer, I got this pretty grade print, which is perfect. So I decided to go, once I'd printed it, I decided to go with the black and white. And so I just have the whole set printed here. I have begun to do what we're going for initially is just the background. And what I really like about this kit is that it was designed to be a background. Stacy designed it to be printed on colored paper or printed paper or other kinds of paper that you might think of, and it's meant as a foundation for other things, I'm sure. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm going to alter the paper before I cut them, and then we're going to add the little snippet. So let's see where this is. Where is the other one? I had one that was kind of finished, an example, but I don't see it, so we'll just start. I'll catch you up to this point, and then I'll show you what else we're going to do. So I'm just going to use some stenciling first. And so I have, on these, I have done, because this, I want to do some for my upcoming steampunk journals. So I have taken these two sheets, and they have some clock stencils on that. And then these are just going to be, I've got 2 other stencils that we'll use. Okay, so let's go for that now. I think that I will use, let's use this one and get my, I'm just going to use the Distress ink Vintage Photo, and we'll just put some in the background, just some stenciling. Use a little bit of this. I think this stenciling just adds a little bit of a nice touch here to the, like, the blank parts of the cards. Let's do that. I think that I will use this other one. Whoops! Oh my gosh, that was not helpful. I'll have to put those back. For heaven's sakes. That's what happens when your desk is messy. Mine is always. I'm always working around piles of stuff. All right. So let's gather this back up. And organize them again in their little spots. I had them organized kind of just based on design or color. There's not much color in any of it, but yeah, but it'll just give me a way to choose later. Okay, back to the project. Okay, so we got the stencil on, and now what we're going to do is I'm going to stamp them all just with this. I'm going to use archival ink and just this swirl stamp. And I'm just going to overlap it. Get them organized here. Let me just fix this like this, and then if it overlaps, it won't be such a problem. Probably shouldn't have put the stamp right there over the letter, the hand. That wasn't very smart, was it? No, that's kind of what happens sometimes. I can go back and print that again if I want, but I will try to be a little more careful. This one. Okay. So there's that. That's, oh, I have to do the, oh, I wanted to tell you, so I did print these 4. I printed on just some printed colored cardstock. So let me line those up and give them a stamp. There we go. And you can do more or less stamping, you know, depending on what you want to do. Okay, now what we're going to do is put a little bit of splatter on it. And I have learned that the splatter goes farther than I want. So I'm going to line it up like this, and what I'm using is this distress spray stain, and I'm just gonna give it a little bit of spray. Oh, that poor letter, it's taken a beating. All right, and then we'll put them over here to dry for a second and do the other pages. There you go, there it is. All right. Okay. Last one. All right, so there's that. I think that will be useful for collage papers. Now let me kind of put them on there, and then I'm just going to give them a little bit of a quick dry so that I can cut them out. And I'm not going to do all of them, obviously, because that would take a long time watching me. I mean, I still need to learn how to edit films. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time having to edit and put things together. So you just kind of get me raw. And that's just kind of the way I've decided to do it. But it would be nice if I knew how to do that, because then I could go cut them all out and come back. I just need to kind of dry these drips so that they don't smear. Because there is another step we're going to take before we do the snippets. All right. Okay, so the next step that we're going to take is going to put them all together. Make sure that they are lined up correctly. And then I'm going to staple them. A couple staples in each. Let me get my other bigger stapler as well, because I want them to be a little bit distressed. So this is going to put some holes in it, and then we're going to just take them one at a time and pull that off. I'm going to try not to rip them. That was maybe a few too many staples, but you know, I do like distressed. Okay, so you can see that that's going to put holes in them, and if you kind of work it a little bit, you know, before you pull it off. Okay. Those don't really show up well on camera, but those little holes are there. And then you just pull the staples out. This is why my fingernails always look horrible, because my fingernails are not, they're not part of my beauty routine, not at all. My fingernails are tools for me. So yeah, okay. So that gives that a little bit of distressing. And so I will, I'm going to cut one of these out because I want you to see the difference between the white and the colored. So let's do, I'll do this one. And then I will cut the other ones out, obviously, later and finish them. But that background is now done. Be a little more precise there. So out of 26 flashcards, you'll see me finish 8 today, and then I will do the other ones off camera. But I hope you can get a good idea about how these will look in my stash. And then all of the journals that I have upcoming in the next couple months, several months probably, will get one of these cards. Okay, so that's ready. So we've got four of these white and 4 of the colored. Okay, now how to do the snippets. And you know, snippets are no new thing, right? You've seen all kinds of different artists make snippets. So, but this is the way I'm going to do it. I'm kind of going for something like this. Just several little pieces and staple it together. Something like, you know, this. The top, you know, it I think looks nice. I always like to put some kind of fiber or lace. And then as the top one, I like to use a picture. I mean, this is fine, but it seems a little unfinished. But if you take a stamp or another small little bit, it just kind of finishes it off. So here's a little stamp that kind of makes it, it's its own little discrete picture or item, something at the top, and that kind of makes it finished in my mind. So that's what we're going for. I'll put those right there, I guess. Okay, so these are small, you know, flashcards. It's not like the whole page of a journal, so I want it to be a small snippet, but I usually start with something like book page or music, and then I want to add just another little graphic paper. So it could be this one, it could be one of these, yeah, it could be a little piece of tissue. You could do that. And then you just get smaller as you go up. It could be one of these little embossed vintage wallpaper and a little snip of lace, and then a stamp, postage stamp. That might be too thick. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's a little thick. So let's just take out the music paper for now, and we'll have that graphic. Yeah, that's not bad for the first one. And then you can do it a couple of ways. You can put that through the sewing machine and sew it, which is really cool, or you can just staple it, which is what I'm going to do today. I'm just going to staple that on, and there's one. So that's one. And then we do the same thing. We just begin again. These were it was a vintage magazine ad, and I just liked the graphic color on it. 3, 4. Let's just kind of do five layers, and you can put them on one side, and then you should probably do a couple with going the other way, because you just never know which direction you're going to need it to go. Let's do this old ledger, and we'll do that to stamp. Oh, we need a little piece of lace. Sorry, you know me, I stop talking when I'm trying to concentrate. We'll put this one on this side. It's disappeared. I guess we'll put that, the numbers going the right way. We're going to stretch this one out a little, I guess. I don't like that piece with that. Let's try this one. Yeah, I like that a little better. Okay, there you go. There's 3. And come back to the music. I do like music. I really do. That one maybe looks okay on this one. With that brown. Yeah, I think so. Okay, now let's see what the white ones look like. If you want to put it in a top tuck, you want the snippet, you know, to be kind of down toward the bottom. Let's do, or if you're going to put it in a side tuck, let's do a side tuck here. And we'll do another piece of ledger. And I really like this design. It's very, very neutral, but very, I think that I want to see the writing from that. So we'll put it that way. And we need some lace. And let's do Lincoln here. Oh, there it is. Okay, there's 5. See, I like that, but I don't like that white on there, so just rip that off. We haven't done a book page. Let's do some book page lace, and Liberty Bell. All right, so that one I intended to kind of, let's get rid of some of that. There we go. There, that's good. All right. This is a fan, and that poor fan has kind of disappeared under my ministrations. I like this bit of lacy paper. And we'll do a book page and I guess another Liberty Bell. All right, the last one. Let's do, this is some collage paper that I made some time ago. Let's do some numbers. And some of this embossed paper, I think. Yeah. Piece of lace. Oh, that doesn't match there. I think I have one that's there. That matches better. There we go. All right. Okay, put those aside and we'll spread these out and look at them. So there's 8 finished to go into my stash, and yeah, I kind of like the way those turned out. And you know, you can add more color to yours if you like. You can add more grunge if you like. So you know, you can kind of distress them a little more. The edges. Can even just do like a rip on the side. If you want, you can put another staple or rip it out and have it leave another hole. You can bend it, crush it, and add, you know, some more ink. See what I mean about my fingernails? I mean, my gosh. Yeah, anyway, I like the way these have turned out. Yep, this is what I imagined when I thought about it, when I saw the kit. And so, yeah, I appreciate this kit, Stacy. It's wonderful and very versatile. And as I said, these just plain would look wonderful. Oh, I don't have any that I left plain, but they would look wonderful on, if you printed them on thin paper and then put them in a masterboard. I think I'm going to try that next. So thanks for being with me. I hope this has been helpful and enjoyable, and I'll see you pretty soon. I'm almost done with my December book, and I'm anxious to show you how that looks. So I'll see you again.